Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's another Wednesdays. It's another Bisaya word of the week. My name is Judy and I am here to teach you how to speak the Cebuano dialect in a conversational way. Today's episode, I am going to talk about maid in the Philippines. That's coming right up. In this episode, I'm going to break it down into 4 segments. Alright, the first segment will be how to look for a maid here in the Philippines. So I can give you 4 ways to look for maids. The first one will be ask for referrals from existing helpers, maybe from a friend or from a relatives, if they can refer a helper for you. Okay, then the second one is maybe asking your relative if they can work as a house helper, yaya or maid for you. The third one is if the first two fails, you might want to go to maid agencies, although there is no guarantee that the maid that you can get from these agencies are really good, because I had bad experiences. Although you cannot really say that what your experience hiring maid from the agency will be also bad. It could be good, okay? So it is a trial and error looking for maids here in the Philippines. So there is no perfect science as to how to look for that right maid for your household, okay? The fourth one will be if all else fails, maybe advertising online. If you don't want to pay extra money, if you don't want to spend. The last one will be advertising through the local newspaper. So I've seen a lot of advertisements looking for yayas in the classified ads in the local newspapers. Okay, so you might want to try that if you are willing to spend money on that one. Okay, the second part, is it really hard to look for a maid here in the Philippines? Based on experience, yes, it is very hard to look for the right one and a trusted maid here in the Philippines. It is always a question of trust. Do you trust your maid, or do you trust to leave your, are you comfortable leaving your maid, are you comfortable leaving your children with your maid, especially if it's a new maid? Okay, so it is challenging to really look for that right maid for you. I mean, that will really fit to your lifestyle. Okay, the third part, why I stopped hiring maids. The main reason was I got fed up. It is really hard to look for a maid now, because one of the reasons may be comparing it from 10 years ago, it's harder now to look for maids, because nowadays there are a lot of small businesses that hires high school graduates. So those high school graduates that are potential helpers, they rather go to these small businesses to work than work as a maid or yaya or helper. Usually these high school graduates prefer to work in a small business stores. Even if the yaya or the maid is a bit old, there is still no guarantee that that yaya that is a good yaya helpers, because nowadays the helpers that you can find most of them are teenagers, ranging from age 15 years old to 20 years old. And most of these teenagers doesn't know how to cook, doesn't really know how to do the laundry, doesn't really know how to do cleaning, you know. They know basic stuff, but the things that you really want them to do, most of them doesn't really know, most of them, generally speaking. So for the first 2 months, I keep on training them, everything. On the 3rd month, the real attitude and behavior shows. Okay, and then the 4th month, personal problems, family problems came in, and they will keep on asking for cash advance and yeah, all this kind of stuff. And some of them keeps on going home, and then you don't know when and what time they will come back. So these kind of issues, I got fed up. I don't like it anymore. So I rather have no maids than dealing with this stuff that stresses me out. So I rather be alone and do this kind, or do everything on my own. Although I have some, I get some help from my in-laws and from my mom every now and then if I really need help. But most of the time I do all this stuff on my own now, and I enjoy it very much. Although there are things that I also have to let go, like if the house is mess, I just have to let it go. Also, I'll just clean whenever I am available to clean. Okay, the maids that I usually got, unfortunately, are teenagers. So the problem with teenagers, maids that are teenagers, are addicted to mobile phones. Some of them, they don't want to, the cell phone is always in their hands. And I don't like it, especially when they are watching over my kids. I don't like that they keep on using their mobile phones. I mean, who would want that? So, and then the first 2 months, I've been training them. I've been training them hands-on, training how to cook, training how to wash, how to clean the house, how to attend the kids, and a lot more. Okay, and even how to buy groceries, I train them. So I got fed up because most of them doesn't really know how to cook. Okay, the last part, I'm gonna teach you some useful phrases when you are looking for a maid. The first phrase that I'm gonna teach you is naa kay kaila nga katabang or helper. Naa kay katabang, katabang is helper, naa means have. Naa kay means you. Naa kay katabang, helper, katabang is helper. Nga kaila, I mean that kaila means you know, someone you know. Naa kay katabang nga kaila. Then the maid would answer, murag naa, or murag naa means, yeah, I think I know someone. Murag naa, naa means have, okay? Murag is I think, or murag is I think, yeah. And then you, para kang kinsa man. Then the maid would say, para kang kinsa, or para kang kinsa, for whom? Or is it for you? Para nimo? Is it for you? Para nimo? Okay, nimo is you, para is for. Okay, for you, para nimo. And then you will answer, oh, yes, nangita ko. Yes, I am looking. Nangita is to look. Ko is me. Okay, nangita ko. And then maids, usually they will ask, unsay trabaho? What is the work, or what kind of work is the helper will do at your home? So, unsay work, what kind of work? And then for me, I usually say all-around helper. All-around helper can be understood. They know that, okay? They can understand that all-around helper. And then you will ask, naay bata? Naay bata. Naay bata means, does it involve with kids? Naa means have, bata is, kids. Does it involve with, does it have kids? Does the helper have to take care of the kids, okay? Then you would say, oh, naa pila kabuk bata. Okay? Then we'll say, oh, usa ra kabuk. Usa means one. Kabuk is piece. Okay? Piece, one piece. Okay? Kabuok, usa ra kabuk. Or you say, tulo ka bata. Okay? And then usually when the maids or helper hear you say, naay bata, usually they will back out. Majority of them don't want to deal with kids. They are afraid to deal with kids, and because it takes a lot of time dealing with kids, and it's a lot of hard work dealing with kids. I understand that because, I know. Then the helper would ask again, how much is the pay? pila ang sweldo. Pila is how much. Ang sweldo is the salary. Ang sweldo is the salary. And then you will answer, since I have 3 kids, I will give you 5,000 or 6,000, depending on 5,000 as entrance salary, and then with benefits, SSS, Pag-ibig, PhilHealth, and other benefits. For example, additional leave, paid leave, or free basic toiletries. What else? Extra pay during if the helper is working on Sundays. Okay. Usually here in the Philippines, usually every household usually give 1 day off per week to helpers. Okay. And then according to the Kasambahay law, we already have Kasambahay law here in the Philippines, which we are required to get the basic benefits for the house helpers. We have the SSS, Pag-ibig, and PhilHealth. Okay? As an employer, you must go to any of these agencies, government agencies, and you register yourself there as their employer, and then you register these house helpers under your name. So every month you go there to SSS to remit the contributions of these helpers. It's quite a lot of work for the employer, I guess, because I've done that. Then I realized the easiest way to go is to make your helpers register as voluntary members. But then again, you don't have any protection if there are or if there is any complaints from these helpers accusing you for not remitting their contributions. So it is very important, if you are a new employer of these house helpers here in the Philippines, you must have a contract before hiring them. You must, if you don't want to register as an employer, just pay the contributions and always keep the receipts in one folder and keep them as long as you can, because we don't know, what will happen. At least it is intact. Every month or every 15 days, giving out of salary, you must have a pay slip. Let them sign as proof that they received their salary, just to protect yourself as an employer. I wish you good luck if you are searching for maids here in the Philippines. I know it's really hard and it's a challenging task. I think that's all that I can share with you today. Please come back next week again, next Wednesday, for our Bisaya Word of the Week. And if you're very new in this channel, please consider subscribing. Alright, that's all for today. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Nakay